Very glad to see you, Ivor, very. Aren't we, my dears? Do you know what a beak is, my dear? A beak is a magistrate, my dear. Don't you take off the sausages. Sit down, Ivor. There are a great many of them, ain't there, my dear? We've just looked them out, ready for the wash. I hope you've been at work, Dodger. Good boy, good boy. Genius worker, ain't he, Ivor? You'd like to make pocket handkerchiefs as easily as the Artful Dodger, wouldn't you, my dear? To work! Terry, Fred. Never blowed on old Fagin. Why are you awake? Speak out, boy, quick. What have you seen? You were not awake an hour ago. Are you sure? Tch, my dear. I only tried to frighten you. Did you see any of those, pretty things, dear? They're mine, Ivor.
Let's show Oliver how to do it, my dear. You see, Oliver? Charlie, take your hat off while you're in class. Watch the beat, boys. Pay attention. Good luck on your first job, Oliver, my dear. I shall be waiting for you here when you come back. Dodger, you happen to pass the Tower of London? Have a look at the crown jewels, won't you, boy?
I hope I shall have the honour of your intimate acquaintance. We are very glad to see you, Oliver. Very, aren't we, my dears? The Dodger tells me you have come to London to seek your fortune, Oliver. Well, we must see what we can do to help you, mustn't we? Shut up and drink your gin. You're staring at the pocket handkerchiefs, eh, my dear? We just hung them up, ready for the wash, that's all.
Exactly, my boy. I suppose a laundry would be a very nice thing indeed.
But, our line of business pays a little better, don't it, boys?
Put them all back in the box. All of them.
Come here. Good boy. What a crook.
We've all been hard at work today, haven't we, my dears? Now, what do you got, Dodger?
Line? Not as heavy as they might be.
But very nicely made. Ingenious workman, ain't he, Oliver? What you got, Charlie?
Well, they're very good ones. Very.
But, you haven't, embroidered them too well, though, have you, Charlie? So we'll have to, pick the initials out with a needle.
Come here where we can see you. We're very glad to meet you, Oliver. You seem a nice young man. A little, the worse for wear, however. Are you, hungry? You have come upon the moment, as my betters like to say. Dodger, bring the sausages. Charlie, fetch a gin and water for our nice young friend. You will sit here, Oliver. On my right, the honored guest. How long have you and Oliver been friends? As long as that. Well, perhaps you and I should have a little chat. You'll excuse us, Oliver. You barely know the boy. How could you bring him here? He's no thief, not by the look of him. What were you thinking? Oh, Lord. That's Bill. He's in a mood and drunk, too, from the sound of him.
Come on. Come on. Boy, come on, boy. Oh, you're looking... Now, come on, drink. Hey. What are you doing? What did you say? Speak up, you like?
Of course.
What have you got, my dear?
Very glad to see you, Oliver. Very. Aren't we, boys? Dodger here tells me you've come to London to seek your fortune. Well, we shall have to see what we can do to help you, won't we? Are you hungry? Would you like a sausage? Charlie, take the sausages off the fire. Don't you give your friend a seat near the wall. Shut up, drink your gin. Ah, I see you're staring at the pocket handkerchiefs. Quite a few of them, in there. Yeah, we've just hung them out for the wash. The wash, that's all, my dear. No, it's not a laundry, no. No, that would be quite a good idea, really, wouldn't it? Yeah, except our line of business pays a little better, doesn't it, boy? You see, Oliver?
You summoned me, dear boy. You summoned? I can smell rich pickings here tonight, Dodger. Who's this? I expect you've come to London to seek your fortune, Master Twist. Well, we'll have to see what we can do to help you, eh, boys? You see, Oliver. Let's show Oliver how it's done, should we, my dear? Who says crime doesn't pay? My merry men. They were clean on last summer. Now, Kelly, that's not very nice of you. Dodger's an old comrade and a dear friend. Well, think again. I knew our paths would cross sooner or later. Oh, I know that, my boy. It was cruel fate that put me in the slammer and brought me to this strange land. Strange. But not so strange, eh? Not quite, my dear. It's hard times here at the end of the world. Who did they send here, Dodger? Convicts! Villains wherever you look. I swear, I spend my days in fear and trembling. You can't call it a living. Me and the young'uns, we're no better than beggars. I hear things, Dodger. I hear young Oliver Twist is with us, and a young lady down on her luck.
We let you rest now, my dear. Here in our humble digs, we likes our fun, but we also likes our peace and quiet contemplation. Oh, no need to knock so courteously. Our home is yours. My favourite dog. Those items didn't quite fetch as much as
Give me none of your excuses, Fagin.
You can examine the receipts. You know how fastidious I am about my records. Nancy, you bring a breath of spring into the winter of an old man's life.
Well, Oliver Twist. I hope I have the honour of a more intimate acquaintance. We're very glad to see you, Oliver. Very. Dodger, take off the sausages. And let's make a space at the table for Oliver. Ah, you're staring at the pocket handkerchiefs, eh, my dear? There's a good many of them, isn't there? We just looked them out, ready for the wash. Now then, Oliver, what you must have is a hot gin and water. Warms the cockles. Only drink it quick, because an elderly gentleman wants a tumbler. He'll turn out a hard worker. Yeah, a hard worker.
What do you watch me for? Why are you awake? What have you seen? Speak out, boy. Quick. Quicker is your life.
Hello, my dear.
It's a sausage, Oliver. You eat it.
The whole thing, my dear.
The pig and I are not boon companions, my dear.
Thank you for the offer, though. Eat, eat.
Nancy, my dear.
Does he indeed? Does he indeed?
I know, Ezekiel, I know. But I must bide my time.